Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our second match of the day. We're coming down towards the end of the group stage here at MDL Macau. Only the top 4 from the 9 teams competing can advance. We've got VP taking on NaVi. VP, of course, with art style standing in for solo, so a pretty big loss for them. But we'll see if they can adapt, if they can make it work here. They've struggled so far, though, 2-2 in the group stage for a team with the expectations that VP has. Similarly, NaVi also 2-2, so this is potentially a very important match for both teams as we enter the second day of group stage action. Of course, I'm not alone here. I am joined by the lovely Winter, typing, communicating with me through Morse code. I don't speak Morse code, by the way, so you're gonna have to use your mouth.
Sorry. I don't know why I assume you know Morse code.
5 seconds.
Never learned it, sadly. I would be terrible in case of a military emergency.
Yeah. So the band's pretty. I mean, those are the things like NaVi like to do, like heroes that can like help Dandy get a really good lane. Enchantress, Undying, Bane. I've never seen them use the Elder Titan recently, but this hero has been really popular since VG brought it to the meta recently when they started picking Elder Titan a lot.
Perhaps some people saw what Jerax was doing with the stutter step echo stomp canceling as well.
Yeah, pretty much that. What I was saying yesterday was you can't actually click S on the stomp before and make it move like this. They changed it. That's why he could do that.
Do you think that's like a significant buff to the hero?
I think it's quite useful though.
Like keeps your opponents on guard. You know, it's like the threat of the stomp is almost as big an issue as like the actual stomp coming out.
Mm-hmm. So Elder Titan Disruptor.
So Vision, Glimpse, pretty good combo there.
Yeah, good team fight, got catch, and pretty strong at the start of the game. Like ET will sort of like secure mid lane. That's how NaVi likes to play it a lot. They would use 3 heroes to secure mid lane if they need to, and Crystallize will be left on his own island, usually. A self-sustainable, safe lane carry. Same goes for General. Self-sustaining offlaner hero, but usually they would help Dandy and then help the offlane. So Generous to get some attention from his supports.
Yeah, it used to be like Dandy got all of the attention, but that has changed a bit over the with the
yeah,
patch
because if you don't help the offlane, then the offlane gets to be AFK in the game and just do nothing. Now, the offlane now.
Yeah, with the where the creeps meet closer to the safe lane and all the other changes, shrines moving.
Mm-hmm. So and VP's opening is also like very similar to NaVi's opening, but the roles are reversed. The Wyvern, the range hero, is like kind of like the lane securer, and Sand King would be like the catch and the team fight. Even though Wyvern could also do that.
So what do you make of the bans here so far? See the Morphling removed. I guess picking ET can like set up for Morphling to be really strong for your team.
Yeah, because ET is a Morphling counter, and you don't want to pick Morphling into ET.
Yeah, and then the NaVi removing the Broodmother with the Sand King already being selected by VP. One of his best counters.
I think it's telling me that I think it's telling me that they don't want a hero that can remove the laning phase, of the change the laning phase, because Brood is a very unique hero. She changes the way you're gonna have the lane, forces you to pick different heroes to deal with her. Like it just changes the game. And ET. When you have ET, you want to play like a standard laning phase. You want to dominate the lane with the spirit damage.
VP gonna grab the Nyx here, so really good team fight.
I wonder which one will be their off lane, because they played both on Pasha, Sand King and Nyx. But personally, I actually like Sand King on the off lane more. Because Nyx can be very annoying at the start with the mana burn. You can just go to if you're planning to play a 2v2 mid, Sand King is not useful at all in those kind of scenarios. Nyx with the extra regen on the HP regen and the mana burn can be quite useful for your mid laner.
He's also very good at trading with the high base regen.
Yeah. So what does NaVi do here? Like basically when you see the Nyx, right, there's a lot of dandy heroes that can't like those intelligence heroes that he likes to pick. You kind of don't want to pick them anymore because of the Nyx. You want to stick to like something like a Dragon Knight, those like strength heroes or heroes that don't really care about the Nyx. Razor is a dual lane hero right now. Could be mid, could be safe lane for them. Still keeps their options quite open, and they can even go aggro with this Elder Titan, Disruptor, Razor, tri-lane if VP picks like a weak laning hero.
Yeah, so how do VP respond to that? I guess they feel pressured into focusing more on the lanes with this pick then, is what you're saying?
Yeah, possibly. But I would say Razor is quite annoyed by Nyx because of the Carapace and the way your unstable current works. So he just pretty much needs to go next to you, click his Carapace, and then you get stunned. So that's going to be very annoying. It's like a very, very easy setup on the Razor. And same goes for the Elder Titan.
VP gonna snag the Death Prophet, so big team fight for them now.
Yeah, it gives them like the objective hero, and I think I mentioned this yesterday, DP and Wyvern are really, really good heroes together. Because DP you want to have like a teammate that can save you, so when you're in the middle of things with your Siphon and your ultimate, you can actually dish out a lot of damage because there's a save, and you don't have to worry about anything.
By the way, Winter, just to double check, do you have your microphone on in game?
Oh, GG, didn't.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. He'll sort it out now. Get his act together.
Team, right?
Yeah. Team always on. You know, casting all these years and you still can't get the simple things right.
Sorry, la.
I kid. So, NaVi, 4th pick coming out now. Still unclear how they're going to lane the Razor, as you mentioned, but this pick probably will reveal a lot about
they're
their
gonna need
overall
like
plan.
They're gonna need like a stun setup hero because right now they have a lot of like Elder Titan and Disruptors. Like you kind of want someone to start the fights, then you can follow up, drop your spells. But I don't know if they want Void, because if they pick Void, then but what would be nice with their heroes? Because if they pick Void, means that their job is more or less set in stone. Like Razor is gonna be mid, Void is gonna be carry, unless they're gonna run some offlane Void. The job is not gonna be so flexible going to the last pick.
But he would be really good with their lineup.
Mm-hmm.
As well as versus VP, I would say. Makes it hard for the Wyvern. As well as those two big team fighters, the SK, the Nyx, and NaVi go a different direction here. They grab the TA, so looks like a crystallized Razor probably.
Yeah, because against DP you want to have like high burst heroes, but TA is not great against Wyvern because of the co-embrace. It's very annoying for her. But we'll see. But they have I think they have the right idea. Like you need to have like a high burst hero to kill the DP because you want to kill her as ASAP in the team fight. You don't want to let her just hang around and just keep sapping HP and just doing damage with the ulti.
You've got the new traps now to work with, the mines, you know. Does that have like a big change to you? Does that really affect the?
Yeah, it's a huge buffer.
Yeah.
Yeah, wave clear. You like set your traps along the lanes, and then when enemies pushing, you just clear the creep wave.
It's not like TA really needed help farming though, you know. I guess it's harder to farm ancients now. A little bit more dangerous with where the shrines are positioned.
Yeah. They still need a setup hero. Like things doesn't change. They still need like a team fight AoE hero. Like still need something like Void Tide. These kind of heroes. Okay, no Void Tide, but they just go for like the Wyvern counter and Nyx counter. It's like really good against those two heroes. Because when you drop your curse, you just need to GA and your teammate will be fine. And you have the repel against the Nyx. That's very good too. But then they would be having very little stuns in their lineup.
Yeah, your only real stun here is an Echo Stomp. Not reliable by any means. Meanwhile, VP.
You could say Glimpse is more reliable than that.
Yeah, though not really a proper stun. But it gives NaVi some potential for this TA or Razor to pop off. You know, if they get ahead and they get the repel GA, you're not killing them.
Different kind of playstyle, less stuns, but they have more like more face rush potential and more snowballing potential because of the repel.
VP, final pick to round it out. Looking for a carry here. Any feeling on what we want to see for Ramses?
Maybe an illusion hero, because the enemy is more like Razor and TA single target stuff.
You may now select
Potentially get a little bit of an illusion here with the Luna.
Yeah. I mean, he's just like team fight with the DP.
So
and you want to have magic, a hero that has magic because of the Guardian Angel. Don't want to have all pure physical, because DP is like physical hero with the ultimate.
Yeah, huge team fight for VP especially. Long cooldowns though. A lot of long cooldowns.
Very long cooldowns. Sand King, Wyvern, DP, but they still fight relatively well without their big ultimates. Like they have a lot of like small stuns, a lot of stuns actually. Sand King, Nyx, the Luna, like 3 heroes with a lot of short CD stuns. They just need to make sure that they don't get caught out in a like bad situation where they don't have their big ultimates and they're still taking a 5-on-5 fight.
Alright, let's get it underway. NaVi versus VP. BO1 here, guys. Both teams 2-2, kind of in the middle of the standings. Definitely looking for the win. This is one of the tougher opponents that either will have to face, at least on paper.
Both teams know each other very well. Like judging by the bans, they are very directed at how they play as a team.
Any major adjustments you expect to see? Obviously, the big storyline here is that art style is standing in for solo. Hard to fill those shoes.
They're getting better though as a team. Like they're improving over the course of the games yesterday. So I expect them to be, getting better today.
So do you think Coach Art Style has a talk with player Art Style? Like takes them aside, Multiple personalities. I mean, have you ever stood in as a coach, Winter? Like while you were coaching?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, okay.
Not to my knowledge.
Like, is it a weird feeling, or like, because I imagine you probably will feel a little rusty. And it's also like you have to change your mentality a lot when you're a player, right?
Maybe, but I think I'll be fine. It's not like playing is not new to me,
Who's gonna yell at you when you screw up, though?
Of course, Bushi. So they smoke up. They get all these wards down because I think they are trying to figure out whether VP is gonna come aggro lane with this Luna, Wyvern, and Sand King.
Yeah,
I think that's usually why people like smoke out nowadays, to get wards down. You rarely do that anymore unless you smoke around let's say 40 seconds, 30 seconds. You want to catch someone by the rune to get a easy first blood. Otherwise, you don't really smoke out to put wards anymore. Only in this kind of situation where you want to scout out the lanes where you smoke out and actually place the wards.
And they're kind of unpredictable what they're going to do with this laning setup, I guess. Looks like VP are going to try to duke it out here with NaVi. They send an art style and Ramses, but General in position will usher them away. Bounty Rune is going to be snagged in the end by art style, and now they look for the General kill. He's got to skill up the repel, and it looks like still going down. One more auto attack scores it. Now they look for Roger as well. The Burrow Strike coming through. This is going to be a double kill to start the game, and they got the Bounty Rune. So insult to injury here.
Yeah, max range stun. Well played by art style there, coach.
Not to a hot start.
Getting the Elder Titan at the edge of the Burrow Strike. So the lanes will be a safe lane, tri-lane for VP for now with the Luna. And Elder Titan, they see the Elder Titan, they know he's going to try and pull the next wave. And in the meantime, Pasha already got his pull.
Ooh, yeah. Nicely done by the Nyx, so he'll drag the lane, creep equilibrium back quite a bit, avoid having to face the Razor, who's obviously a very tough matchup here early. As Roger has found himself deep behind enemy lines, trying to drag the creeps away. Artstyle looking to cut him off.
He has boots. Artstyle does not have the movement speed. Elder Titan is faster than Sand King.
He's still pursuing him though. Lil does not want to let this slip by unnoticed. Roger will throw out the spirit again.
I think he's dead one way or the other, but he's just gonna...
Space.
Yeah, space. He's gonna be worth it because two of the supports are chasing him around, and then he's gonna stack the creep wave together so that the wave will push up.
And the Omni's gonna need that because General did have to skill that repel level 1.
This is perfect. This is perfect. He pulled the creep wave, his creep wave to the neutral, so he's getting maximum XP and farm out of all this. And he's gonna be able to deny maybe 1 or 2 creeps as well.
Wow, General is coming back on the back of this.
Yeah, this is great for General. Perfect.
Sometimes sacrifices do have to be made, and Roger happy to take that bullet for the team.
Oh, but he didn't get the last hit on the big creep. Luna got the last hit.
Does have to use the repel here to get back to safety. General will be able to survive this as Roger grabs the bounty rune.
Oh, he's gonna get the double rune. Double rune. He got the double rune. Oh my god. That's so big actually in the early game. Stealing the runes away. And looking at the other lanes. But looking at the other lanes as well, LD. Like DP against TA, this matchup is actually... It should be quite a favor for DP, as I remember last time, because the Siphon will remove the refraction. But right now, TA is having a huge edge in the denies department.
It looked like Soneko went for the TP and then cancelled it, I think, mid, so he's walking out now. He's going to be joining Dendi, bringing that Bassi.
Does he have a self? Oh, he does not have a self? Oh, he's gonna have a hard time now. He's not gonna be able to run out the lane easily. So I guess Soneko will be the one staying here now.
I'm the carry now. Dendi might be in some trouble with the Spirit Siphon. Artstar looking for the low ground burrow, not required. They get the kill there on the TA. Now they're gonna find the Soneko kill as well. Dendi just stuck around too long. It's 5-0. VP off to the races early.
Yep, really good rotation again here by the coach Artstyle, and he's been making all the right. It's not flashy moves, but he's been making all the right moves. First, he got the first bird double kill there. He was at the right place at the right time, and then he chased the Elder Titan away when he was trying to pull the grip, punishing him, even though it was still worth it for the ET. And then he makes this rotation, and Disruptor goes mid to help TA out. He's there again, you know, to even the numbers game in the mid lane.
Is there an adjustment NaVi should be making here? It looks like they're going to try to send Soneko to drop a ward bottom.
I mean, the usual stuff, they're going to leave Crystallize alone because he's like on a self-sufficient carry, and they're going to try to help mid and the off lane. That's what they usually do in most of their games.
And with Dendi getting punished here by Noan a little bit with that Spirit Siphon.
Yeah, this lane is hard for TA when DP gets her levels up.
Getting the kills just really adds insult to injury.
Yep. Here comes Soneko trying to help his team with the... Okay, Roger as well.
Could be an opportunity. No one, if he gets caged here, and he will... Nope. Roger not going to follow this up. Pasha was in the neighborhood, so no one gets back to safety.
I mean, this is a very good movement overall by VP. Because the Nyx against the Razor matchup is like... It's very hard for the Nyx, so whenever you can't do anything in lane, you should be looking to either scout runes A or cover the mid lane when you don't see the supports around. And judging by the vision as well, they actually saw the support moving to mid. There's a river ward by VP, so they knew what was happening.
The General has caught up though. He is level 4 after that horrendous start in the offlane.
All thanks to the support, you know?
Yeah. Supports MVP. Supports are bust as, Artstyle. Speaking of supports, continues to deliver 2-hero burrow, interrupts the Echo Stomp, ensures the kill on Dendi, another death for him. That is extremely painful. They have been stacking the Ancients at least, so a little stack developing to try and catch him up.
But right now things are still not looking. Things are definitely not looking good for NaVi. They're gonna have to, you know, try to get back into the game like with like a rotation.
Pasha, Echo Stomp comes through. And now Crystallize in pursuit. Once this Nyx kill, not gonna have the damage to get it though. Still Roger and Soneko hunting for this, but Pasha just hugs the tower, salves up to safety. Will be full HP. And meanwhile in the mid lane, another maneuver on Dendi. They just keep on punishing this Templar Assassin. The tri-lane ends for NaVi, and the tri-lane begins for VP with much better results.
I mean, it's just a matchup. It's a very difficult matchup for TA, even though she's farming, like the CS department, she's quite even with the DP.
Looks like Seneko as well. Burrow Strike comes through. Pale stacked up nicely with that. A couple more auto attacks, and they want to give it to Pasha. Looks like he'll get it too. Meanwhile, bottom, while that was happening, Ramses did get a kill on Roger, and now he gets a double. General will bite the dust. Eclipse was committed in the midst of that. 10-1 the score. And we're only 6.5 minutes in.
This is just a case of the supports. One team support is outmaneuvering the other team supports. They are reading the... It's not like a flashy play, but it's just a lot of like understanding of what the enemy wants to do in a game, and you're reacting to it, and you're trying to punish them all the time and not bleed away kills when they're moving to gank your other lanes. And this TA is just gonna have a very long road to recovery. Now I'm not even sure if
it might get longer. Look at this. VP are already smoked up and looking to hunt Private Dendy in the jungle.
Don't think they can kill her with these two heroes, and there's a shrine there.
Oh, look at the ward down. Oh, they did get clipped by the scan. If Navi was watching, they should have seen that.
I mean, this Razor has to participate soon, one way or the other. Like, he's the only guy having a good time now, so...
Crystallize. I don't know if they actually saw the scan. It only turned red for a second at the end there. He walks right into the waiting arms of the Scorpion. Will stun him. Follow up. Carapace available. Crystallize, though, might get back to safety. Not dead just yet. This Razor's rather tanky. Pops the stick. Keeps on running. Follow up. Burrow scores the kill. And now Pasha, he wants to chase Seneko as well, but the rest of the team prefers to play it safe. As we see Ramses, his turn to rotate on mid. His turn to make Dendy's life miserable. They have blown the exorcism here. They want to take the tower, but...
Even the Luna is coming in. Mid lane is just a party lane.
I think Dendy wants to swap at this point. It's definitely tough times. And meanwhile, those tough times keep on getting tougher. Another takedown for VP, 13-1. Might be 14-1 in a second. The stomp dodge. No one keeps on chasing. Has the stick charges here. Has the level 4 Crypt Swarm. Goes for the Spirit Siphon. And then the Swarm. Scores the kill. Can they kill him? They need this trade. The heal bomb coming in. Oh, a big retaliation from NaVi. Also, Exorcism was committed there and didn't really damage the tower, so that definitely helps.
First step of recovery for Dendy. That was a big bounty. Now his network is back on top with the Razor on his team, not in the game.
Well, I called it a CIS bloodbath, but all the blood so far has been spilt by VP up until that kill. So where do they go from here? If you're VP, like you've had this great start, Winter, I imagine you want to be contesting the Ancients if Navi go to farm those.
And making your own Ancient stack as well for Luna.
Already doing that?
Yeah, as efficient as possible. And then you, like you said, during the draft, they have very long cooldowns. They need to be very careful of taking fights without their cooldowns. Right now it's still fine because it's still the laning phase, but when Navi gets their levels up on, especially the ET and the Disruptor and the Omni, they're actually still a very formidable lineup.
Dendy's got the traps now. Can they get this kill in the mid lane? The damage substantial. One more trap. No one dropping low. Can't quite finish him. General gets stunned under the tower. The Eclipse comes in. Ramses to the rescue. Suddenly 4 mid. Oh, Navi wanted that.
That is what teammates are for.
Navi really wanted that one, but they will be denied here. Can they at least pressure bottom? It's going to be slow going with only a Razor to hit the tower.
They almost got the last right click when the Sand King, he stunned the Omni, right? The TA was trying to use the side blades. He was trying to hit the Sand King so the side blades would bounce on the DP. It was really close.
Well, Dendy finally completing a few items here. Gets the treads out to grab the Blightstone earlier, but that's a rather poor Templar Assassin.
Clear his stacks. It's like a triple stack on the right. I mean, that's gonna help him like get to. He's actually gonna be on even footing with the DP once he clears the right stack.
At the same time, as you mentioned, VP can also farm stacks, and Ramses has begun to construct one, or his team has, I should say. We're gonna dive Lil under the tower. Good heal on Crystallize. Keep on pursuing that Wyvern. Backup coming in, though. Looks like VP may want to take this fight. The Burrow Strike through. Commitment onto General. Can they force the kill? He gets off the repel. Pretty well done. The glimpse back should secure their retreat, so they dodge away at least for now, but in comes no one. Looking for a bit more action. has the ultimate at the ready, starts it off with the Spirit Siphon follow-up. One more auto attack, scores one. Now he looks for a second, perhaps? No, General. Too tanky to take down.
They might have been able to kill him though. Because he had his repels on CD for 4 seconds. Of course they don't know that, but...
It's an opening here though, like Dendi got to farm the stack during this time. So, in that sense, perhaps worth it for NaVi.
He's fully caught up to the DP already. I think things are starting to stabilize down for NaVi. Like I said, the Razor has to move. That was his first rotation. He moved to the bottom lane, tried to get something done. And yeah, giving Dendi the space and time to recover into the game. But Pasha is on the hunt now. I think they might have...
Oh, Soneko's an easy solo kill. Auto tech, stun. See ya. Not a whole lot they can do about that either.
Yeah,
with the Disruptor dead, like there's no way to cancel a TP aside from a Spirit Echo Stomp. Meanwhile, bottom lane, General forces out the Winter's Curse with the auto attack chase, but Lil will get back behind that tower. No teleport.
Oh my god, this Disruptor, no boots, 12 minutes. Sad.
He's got them in the quick buy though, Winter. The thought of boots has occurred to him.
Yeah, he just wants to get the sentries for the Nyx, because it's an offlane Nyx. It's very difficult for the supports, you know. When you're losing the early game and you're playing against an invis hero and you have to keep up with the sentries, it makes it very taxing for the supports.
It's only going to get harder as Pasha closes in on the Midas. Kind of a tale of two cities here, where the Disruptor is woefully poor. This Nyx, the Sand King, they are very rich. I mean, look at art style. He's almost like even with his offlaner.
Yeah, he's actually a very one thing I noticed, like he's very like a greedy player, and then in the first few games, especially you remember that he played the Shaman game yesterday. He was like buying the wards and he was actually in all sorts of trouble. Like he wasn't very sure, like he was dying a lot because he was poor. And ever since that game, the following games, they actually made a role swap. And I'm not sure if you noticed, Lil has been playing more of the warder. He's been buying all the wards. He's been playing the solo role. And Artstar has been playing the old Lil role, the greedy role.
Artstyle finds one. Soneko actually forcing out the ult, but he's still gonna get stunned. Doesn't do anything. The Disruptor denied and the ult blown to boot. Now Lil scouted out in the jungle. Maybe Crystallize can equalize.
This setup has been working better for them.
Well, it's those reliable stuns that you talked about. They're just always ready, and they shut things down. Now the Eclipse raining down. Ramses makes it two. Both supports hit the deck. Even the Epicenter committed there, and all the ultimates blown. Radiant Courier did get picked off in the midst of this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But nonetheless, it's another big win for VP Winter. 19-2. Incredible that they're up 17 kills and the deficit isn't worse.
Yeah, the stacks, you know, they got, and then I think they were killing a lot of the supports. Soneko died. Look at the supports. Soneko and I think we saw this even one of the games yesterday. NaVi was playing. I can't remember who they were. They were losing a lot of kills.
LGD, right?
Yeah, they were losing a lot of kills, but it was all on the supports. The supports were dying. The cost. Look at the death on Razor has only one death out of the 19 kills. Then they had 3 in the early game, like in the first 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and after that he hasn't died.
Yeah, he's as bad as some of these fights look. He's got a completed Desolator at 14 minutes. You know, that's really not bad when you consider the pressure he's been under. It's quite good.
And you're gonna see at some point they're gonna try to kill the Rosh, like maybe sneak the Rosh, smoke and get the Rosh. That'll be great for NaVi if they can do that. Same goes for VP. I think for VP it's more of the Roshan should belong to them because they're winning right now, and they have to just go there and get it done at some point with the DP ulti if they need it.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, if you're Navi, VP have these really long cooldowns, so you would love to go into Roche while they're on CD, but they're coming up soon, and I imagine that they're gonna have to look for another opportunity.
But you have to be careful, you know. Technically, they are long cooldowns, but do they actually need their cooldowns to fight you at this point? They probably just need, realistically, if the DP ulti is on cooldown, but Luna still has her ulti, and Wyvern has their ulti, I think VP are still more than happy to take the fight, you know. Right now, at this stage.
So, for those just joining us, guys, you are watching MDL Macau. We are in the midst of a round-robin BO1 group stage. Top 4 go to the playoffs, bottom 5 eliminated. Both of these teams are 2-2 right now, so they are right in the middle. They'll definitely need a couple more wins if they want to advance, and this could potentially be the game that decides whether or not they do, though they still have a lot of Dota left to be played.
But you know, NaVi is slowly getting a lot stronger. Once they need this Elder Titan to get levels. So.
Looking to make a move here, but the silence on point from no one allows Pasha to get back to safety.
Yeah, this Elder Titan, once he gets more levels, like he's gonna need the points. You know, every point in the aura, it's gonna increase their damage output by a lot because they have a lot of like physical heroes. Razor and Tia, very high physical heroes.
Well, you mentioned NaVi really doing a good job of farming stacks. Now they're starting to threaten towers here. Dendi does have support behind him. The Omni in position. Almost brings this tower down just outside deny range.
Yep, they've done a really good job in recovering into the game. Disruptor has finally gotten his boots, you know. That's the start. Boots, sentries, and look at their ward coverage as well. They always have a really good like coverage of vision around the enemy jungle, mid lane, sentries covering important areas, even though at the expense of boots. But Dandy is getting dove on here by no one. He has so much damage!
Almost kills no one off with the help of the Omni Knight. Is going to back away. Defensive trap deployed, but forced out the exorcism.
He beat off more than he can chew, you know? It's so close to dying there.
Getting caught by the stomp. They might be able to get a Wyvern kill and force out the exorcism. This could be Prime Roche type. Oh, maybe not. Dendi silence being turned against General. Almost enough to kill him. Soneko coming in from behind. They will score the Wyvern kill, probably two. No one dies. Completely blown up by the TA.
Good rotation by Soneko.
Is this like that opportunity yet to think about a Roshan? Maybe not. Pasha gonna sweep in mid. Once Soneko, he did not get the Vendetta attack off. Actually, I think that might have been an invis, not sure. But either way, Ramses will score the kill.
I think it's definitely possible for that lineup. Like I think any pick off like this, you're gonna think about it because the DPA already he just used his ulti before he died. I mean, you just need to keep the lanes out. You shove the lanes out, and then maybe you can actually get Roche in the next minute because the DPA ulti will be down for some time.
The score now 4 for NaVi, 20 for VP, but it's much more even than that, as we've seen. And
yep.
NaVi's starting to feel a lot more confident in their movements around the map, playing behind the TA very nicely. Razor is still staying like relatively decent in terms of farm, considering how much Crystallize has moved around to help the team. So the game really got to slow down now.
But looking at VP, they have their blinks up on the Sand King. Sand King has blink. DP is gonna have her. It's very important for her to get the armor now. She's dying way too quickly to the TA. She has her plate mill up now. Luna is gonna build into her Manta. She already has. So they are hitting like their first strong timing right now. Once their ultimates are back online, they should look to take a fight.
General did get chain stun there, unable to get the repel off. Soneko looks to pursue here. He's hunting for the glimpse. Pasha wants to turn this around, perhaps, or maybe just juking him out. Goes for the stun. But backup is incoming. The burrow strike back through. Soneko was expecting his team to get here a bit sooner. Dendi now joins the fray, but they need the stomp. Oh, they get 2. Perhaps can follow this up for multiple kills. Dendi needs the vision. He'll bring down Pasha. Now the trap onto Artstyle. They've got to get some vengeance, but the blink out. Artstyle back to safety, and away he goes. So only with a 1 kill in the end.
That's okay, and they got the top tower. They got 2. I mean, VP got the tower. So NaVi lost 2 heroes. They lost the tier 2, and Roshan is definitely an important acquisition right now for either team. Whoever gets the Roche will be feeling really good now because both teams have very easy Roshan lineup. They can kill the Roche very easily.
You can just see the power of this duo, Winter. The Sand King Nyx, like they've just been so impactful, even from the laning stage. Combined 8, 1, and 15, the two of them, and the threat just increases. And you mentioned it, like it's the support tax as well. They can't get big items on this disruptor, or any items really. Like he was lucky to get his boots, but NaVi are going to smoke here. They'll look to find something. They did have a ward on Ramsey, so they noise in the neighborhood. They glimpse it back into the Static Storm. Great way to start the fight. Burrow Strike comes in from Artstyle, but it's not quite enough, and now he might have subjected himself to a turnaround. NaVi chasing out the same thing. They'll bring him down, and that should be the Roche.
Gosh, that was so good by NaVi. vision, like once again, they
have a buyback though. They have a buyback on Luna. Maybe they fight this. Exorcism ready. Winter's Curse
really
up.
Really don't want to buy back if you can, but if they want to fight, they have to buy back.
Well, they want to, but I'm not sure they'll be able to pull this off as Lil blows the curse. They get nothing out of it. He's dead too. A third kill to the altar of NaVi, and with this Roche dropping, the game is really going to equalize.
And they're moving so well as a team, even after that disastrous laning phase. Like most of their games recently in the MDL, they've been having like very bad early game, but they make it up for their good movements. And make it up with their good movements later.
Pasha, no vendetta for a few seconds here. Dendy's gonna scout him out. Trap comes through, force staff away. Can he make it back to safety? Seneco's in position. Can cancel this TP now. He'll get the vendetta off, and away he goes. Another sentry drop down. You mentioned he's just been so diligent. As annoying as this Nyx is with dealing with him.
This is what you should do. You know, position 5. Keep all the sentries up, because the Nyx is going to be running around. Like a lot of the games, we see Nyx getting a lot of... It's not even about the kills, you know, sometimes. Remember the game yesterday, Roger was what 0-8 with Nyx?
But he gets off a good stun, yeah.
No, I still feel like he's giving his team a lot of information, which is more valuable than setting up kills in a lot of occasions. Because it's allowing NaVi to actually know where they can push out, because they were losing at the start of the game. And then he's giving them a lot of information so that they can split push, recover. Oh, and he's gonna get a courier on the next. Yeah. Good pickup here by Pasha.
No items,
it's a lot of gold.
But still gold for them.
A lot of gold. It's more than killing a support, you know. Like if you kill the disruptor, like what, so many times already. Like killing one disruptor is not gonna change anything. But killing 10 couriers, on the other hand, is gonna give you a lot.
Trap is there. Lil has to back away, and NaVi will look for the siege as Seneco sweeps around from behind, trying to get a deep ward down. And backup was in position, so Lil gets caught out again. The stomp comes through. NaVi score another kill. It's the Wyvern's turn to struggle now, 1 and 4. And hunting to the north, they try to trap Ramses. Detonated a bit late. They'll TP out anyway.
And the team with the 9 kills is actually running into the team with 22 kills. How amazing is that?
Was this the plan for NaVi? Lose all the lands, easily come back in the mid game.
I mean, their lineup, you know, like they have a lot of damage with the ET TA. Like once you hit this timing with the TA, the dagger desolator, they went for the smoke play. They got the kills, they got Roshan. They understood their timing windows well, even though it was later than usual because of the bad early game. But they still abused their timings.
On this tower now, the next target of abuse from NaVi. Denny laying into it. Heavy damage done. They've got the trap ready to scout no one if he walks up this hill.
And Luna finally reaches the BKB timing. So this Luna is strong now. They will be looking to take a team fight soon.
Yeah, maybe very soon. Pasha did Carapace there. I think hoping to catch Dendy with it as he sidebladed. They definitely want to fight, yeah. They definitely want to fight. They started off with the stun, locking Dendy down, but he gets the repel. The help is there. Lil coming in, looking for the curse, doesn't see it, tries to back away. Dendy hesitating. Now the Eclipse committed, brings down Seneco. Is that it? VP want more. Artstyle on the chase, General in the trees, goes for the blink, TP, and he's out of there. Lil did have the curse, but couldn't find him in time as Roger stomps and also retreats. So an Eclipse blown, only a Disruptor down.
Very, very good discipline there by NaVi. Once they saw the Luna with BKB, they just immediately backed. They did not want to take the fight at all, because that is VP's strong timing window, and they're just gonna avoid it.
Is it like NaVi's turn to kind of play keep away now that this BKB is out?
Yeah. They have to like just try to pick people off, and try not to fight into the DP Luna ulti, and plus the Sand King and Wyvern, they have like so strong team fight. Shove out the lanes right now. That's their main job. Keep them apart.
Speaking of BKBs, looks like Dendy has his if he wants it.
Wow, he's actually recovered amazingly. Like no one would have known, and no one would have believed you if you told them that this game TA had like 3 deaths in 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
It felt like almost like a Sumail-esque kind of game, though. I guess Sumail usually gets kills more than just farms to get back in the game. But it was a really remarkable recovery.
Yep, and right now VP has smoked up.
NaVi smoking up to the high ground. VP is there. They drop the sentry, but the Burrow's on 2 to start the fight. They silence the Omni as well. The Curse coming through. It's a beauty. Now no one following up with the ultimate, but he's in the midst of this, and now the Omni ult turns it around. Only the Disruptor down. Didn't get off his ult, but General continuing to go to work here, but they need a little more damage to the south side. Crystallize and Roger are dropping low. The ultimate comes through from the Sand Cannon is enough to score the kill. So 2 down. Loon out of the picture. TA round 2 pops the BKB, but is taking too much damage. Dendy can't stand against this, and the cold embrace ensures not only will no one live, but Dendy dies as well. So they lose the Aegis, they lose the fight, and that was just the high ground, Winter.
The MVP, man, the stuns, the Sand King, the Nyx, and the Wyvern, like they all got stunned by these 3 heroes, and then Sand King after the initial fight broke out at the Ancients area, he actually saved the Luna. I'm not sure if you caught that. The Luna was getting like ran down by the ET and the Razor, and he pretty much sacrificed himself. You know, he stunned, he was gonna die, and he cast his epicenter with his dying breath, and he got the epicenter off, and he saved the Luna. Was like almost dead, like 100, 200 HP, and Luna cleaned the other 2 heroes up because of that.
That was just a really unfortunate place for NaVi to take the fight. Like, right as they walk up, there's a Nyx waiting. Didn't have any way to see him. They plopped a sentry down instantly, but the damage already done.
He got a 3-man stun, if I'm not mistaken, and the curse was on 3-man. The Sand King Barrel Strike was on, I think, at least 2 heroes. Like, the fight was pretty much like gone case after that.
Yeah, they just, it's like, you know, very different from the last game we saw with all the Vision heroes that it was, I believe it was Infamous had.
Yeah, this is just an unfortunate series of events. I don't think it was like a mistake by NaVi. They were like trying to make an aggressive play.
This looks like another death for the Raptor. Being pounded and now a stun. A mana burn, the follow-up coming in from Ramses, and another sad Static Storm.
Just the founding.
I mean, you're talking about people getting things done from beyond the grave, you know, there's one way to do it. They're gonna find Crystallize here though, has the BKB, gets the heal from the Omni. Now Dendy BKBing to run. That is not what you want to see out of your TA. Meanwhile, BKB TP out, so sad times for NaVi.
That is really bad for them, because low BKB time means that the Sand King and Nyx is just gonna own you. I mean, low BKB charge, so that's...
And they are super reliant on those BKBs with the amount of nuke damage and just disable, especially that VP bring to the table.
Yeah, wait for the level 25 Omni, plus 3-second repel duration. Then you have a 10-second repel. Sounds good?
Is that the game changer?
Yeah, of course, dude! 10 seconds!
VP punched pretty hard as well.
Oh,
you know, their physical damage is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, but he went for the 90 damage. He didn't go for the XP talent. Usually you reach there with the XP talent. But now, without the XP talent, they're gonna have to win like some big team fights for him to get there.
He's playing the long con, Winter. He's anticipating that ultra late game Omni carry.
Does he actually think he can actually right click stuff when he's repelling?
Repel yourself. Screw the TA. She's dying. Just waste your BKB charger. She doesn't deserve the repel. No one clips back in. Trap coming out, and they do think about chasing this DP. Oh, force out the BKB. Pretty nice for NaVi.
I'm glad you're not my Omni player.
Don't worry. Don't worry, I carry. It's fine. No, I mean, he's gotten like mostly utility items. So it doesn't really seem like he's intending to be right-clicking everyone in fights.
Yeah, but then the 90 damage doesn't add up, you know.
Farming efficiency.
Okay, farm. Sure.
Helps you Roshan faster. That's my Herald analysis.
Aren't you like Ancient 4?
Sure.
I'm giving you credit. Giving you more credit than you deserve.
So you've just... See, you were giving me more credit than I deserve. Now you just took that credit away. That's what you did with that comment, Winter. You retracted your credit. Well, I'll be here all day having my credit stripped away from me. VP's still pushing. Take that tier 2 down mid. Clearly have wrested control of this game back away from NaVi and starting to pull away in terms of the network department. So Winter, let me ask you, we talked about the BKBs for VP making it hard to fight. Navi got 2 BKBs of their own. They've lost a few fights since then. Like, is there a point where they can look to be more aggressive, or are they just very much in reaction mode now to VP?
I think it's very hard for them to fight now, unless they're going to be able to sneak a Roshan or get an important pick off with the TA, but they don't have a lot of stuns, that's the thing. It's not easy for them to catch unless they use a smoke. Like what happened before when they caught out the Luna and they were able to rush, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's tough to get those smokes off reliably though when you've got a Nyx in the game.
The other
a lurker Nyx, mind you. Pasha's got the eggs up
the other
now.
plan is to go late game with this Omni. Like I said, you get to the 25, he has the repel duration talent, and then you want to have like an Aghanim's with refresher kind of thing, because that would actually give them a huge team fight edge over the VP side, because the Aghanim's ulti will actually deal with the the DP ulti plus the curse. So those 2 spells won't do so much damage. Won't do any damage in the fights when you have GA.
Next Roche coming soon. And VP in position look to take that fight. They get rid of the trap.
The thing is, like, VP is going to end the game with the next Roche, with the cheese and the Aegis. They're going to look to at least get your, 1 to 2 lanes of rats. And Navi kind of feel like they have to fight there. They got a gem on the ET. He's going to remove the vision that they have and try to take the Roshan fight. Like, ET is a really strong hero to fight with at the Roshan area.
I would argue like pretty much all of VP's lineup is really strong around the Roche area. You've got so many heroes that can take team fights.
Nyx is Nyx is also okay.
Nyx has an Axe, dude.
Yeah, he has an Axe. GG.
Thou shall not pass. It's like some Gandalf shit.
Yeah, but they have repel,
Oh, they have glimpse too. Look at that. Sets up the Winter's Curse. Lil says, "Thank you very much, Saneko. How about a piece of this?" Art style brings him down. Now looks for General. Tries to stay alive, blows the Guardian Angel. It's not going to matter. Insta Yules. Stun kills him, and that's just ugly for Navi.
I think that's Rex. It should be Rex.
Yeah,
there's a creep wave here. No, they're gonna go rush. Go back rush.
They were thinking about just going straight down mid with that.
Yeah, and I think no one was thinking about it. No one was actually thinking about that. Then his team was like, no, we get the rush first.
Oh, rough game for the Disruptor. Rough game for the Disruptor.
He's been doing this sacrificial role for some time now. That's what actually puts the team together, I think now, before Navi didn't really have someone like... Oh, here comes the double stun duo again.
Roger getting the punches on. Trying to take out Art stuff. Can't quite do it. Meanwhile, on the Roshan pit, Roche will drop the way of the Radiant. Aegis is snagged at the last second. No one grabs it. Now life number 2. They're going to try to kill him a second time. The DP is going to be picked off. They got greedy chasing the Elder Titan, and they weren't there when the team needed them at the pit. Now Lil might fall to crystallize.
Big mistake there by the 2 supports. I didn't realize that the Roche wasn't they didn't secure the Roche yet. And by the way, Dandy stole the cheese. I'm not sure if it's on. Stole the cheese.
The supports didn't realize that the Roche wasn't secure. They were just like, let's go get kills, man. Oh my god, they really needed them there, Winter. No way Navi takes that fight if the Nyx and Sand King are in position.
No way. There's literally no way. they had only 4 heroes? 3 heroes there. Because the Elder Titan wasn't there. Dota 2. Dota 2.
Oh, this game just got a lot more interesting. Let's put it that way.
So that's gonna help them get to their because right now they want to get to the ultra late game with the Omni plus because ET is really really strong, super late game. And with that Roche fight, I think Navi are looking really likely to be able to bring this game into super late game.
Pasha just trying to slow this push down, gets glimpsed back. Can they focus him down in time? He gets the 3 heroes done casually. Pasha though will pay anyway with his life, and now they're chasing forward. Curse comes through, it's not too effective. General stays alive, maybe it is actually. The follow-up damage, he gets off the heal. He stays alive, finally will fall. No one now looking for a bit more. Dendi on the run, BKB. Blink is on his way out of there, dropping the traps in his retreat. So VP hold the line, and now Dendi has to just walk all the way back. Not a catastrophic fight for Navi, but not ideal either.
They only lost like the offlane and the support, so I think it's okay. There was like a DPLT being used, and they still got 2 kills. They pretty much got the same kill. Like they got the enemy offlane and the support. The position for here. I think it's okay it's good for NaVi, and they forced the DPLT. Once that's down, the 2 guys are up. They should be able to make an aggressive maneuver if they want to. The DPLT is like a huge source of damage right now because the Luna ulti, they have the BKBs for that, and Omni Knight will deal with the physical damage that the Luna can deal with, can dish out. So I think NaVi is actually pretty strong right now. When everyone's up, should be able to look for a fight.
Well, we've got a lull here, Winter. Roche not coming for some time. Any key items that you see on the horizon, or talents for that matter, as we're getting towards the later stages of the game now, 35 minutes in?
I think DP's 25 will be useful, the haste. Yeah, I think that's definitely one of the most useful ones for VP. For NaVi, I still think the Omni Knight's 25 is the most important 25 they have.
Yeah, he's also got to stay alive. He's been getting caught a decent amount by these Winter's curses and the Nyx initiations.
Technically, he shouldn't be getting caught, right? He has a dagger. That's what the dagger is for, so he can actually be far away, and I don't know.
There is a lot of catch on VP, I guess, to be fair. They have a lot of
he has a
disables.
dagger, so he should be like hiding far away. He should make it easy for him with the dagger. I don't know. Maybe he just needs to position himself better and get a
little raiding party headed straight for no one. Tries to TP out. They're going to cancel that real quick. Bring that DP back down to earth, into the stomp, into the punching power of the TA. Nice kill for them. Death Prophet on the sidelines for 70 unless she buys back. Probably a tier 2 here. Maybe a little pressure on the high ground.
They're going to want to force the buyback. I think that's the goal right now. They want to force the buyback and back off. That's how they're going to gain a solid advantage out of this. See if the Wyvern can actually get a good ultimate off to stop the push. I think if he snipes one hero and then the DP can save her buyback, but otherwise NaVi is going to be trying to force his buyback.
Well, Dendi is saving a lot of gold here, almost 5,000 in the bank, but not going to spend it before this fight. Does a little bit of chip damage on the tower. Hurricane Pike back, keeping Ramses at bay, at least for now. Did get silenced there. A mess. Big Winter's Curse! See ya, Sudeko. This poor guy, man. Oh, this poor guy. They might lose more now. Roger getting pushed back to safety. Dendi doing his best to salvage this, but Roger down as well.
Guess what, dude? 2 supports again. They didn't get an important kill.
But they didn't force the buyback either. The tower, half HP about, so not too bad.
Yeah, I think it was good. Huh? Yeah, it was good damage. The next time this happens again, Rex might be on the cards for them.
It's really hard for Dendi, you know. This hero just does not have much range, but he seems to be getting caught in every curse and being turned against his team.
He needs a nullifier. You want to use the nullifier on the DP and just kill her.
You're all about that nullifier after yesterday.
Dude, it's a strong item. What's wrong with that?
The glaives come bouncing in. High ground siege underway. No buyback on Elder Titan. The Nyx sets up shop. Pasha in position. Stuns at the ready. The glaives start bouncing. This is where the Luna gets real scary. Tower down. Rax down. Probably 2 Rax at that. A full lane caved in. They even commit the exorcism, but now the glimpse back. Ramses has the BKB, very patient on his retreat. Pasha, very aggressive on his forward progress. Moving in, gets off the stun. They disrupt her ultimate, comes through again, it's off the mark. Sudeko just not able to find these, but still in too deep was the Sand King art style. Will pay. And Pasha now with a good carapace. Then the curse, what a setup, what a combo by VP. In comes Ramses, pounding away another 4-hero stun. Pasha just chain disabling all of NaVi, laying waste to their base. Mamma mia, what a combo. And now, time for potentially the second lane of Rex. VP straight on the top, looking to close it out. Never underestimate the potential for a turnaround in these NaVi VP games, but without an Elder Titan, it is going to be tough sledding for NaVi. They lock down the Razor, they try to burst him, he doesn't have the BKB. Still very tanky, but the damage is done, the structure's collapsing. VP, critical damage done to the NaVi base. That play by the Nyx Winter.
No!
What do you mean no? They got a 4-hero Carapace and then they got the curse.
Dire's top shrine is
Oh,
under
really?
attack.
Okay, I thought the Wyvern started everything else. Sorry. Sorry.
Dire's top shrine is under attack. Dire's top shrine has fallen.
Why so hateful?
I mean, okay, that was the fight where VP had everything. The DP ulti, Luna ulti. Even though Sanking didn't do much that fight. He just stunned and died. They took the fight 4v5. Actually 4v4 because one of the guys went up yet.
But it is what you said earlier. Like VP's team fight is just so strong, whereas Navi, they have Elder Titan, but that's basically it. Otherwise, you're just relying on like a timely Omni ult to turn the fight.
I mean, he did actually had his ult up when they got the curse. That's why the curse didn't do damage.
Yeah, but it still held the whole team together and just made the follow-up Nyx stun that much easier.
I mean, that's why I think that he needs to get to the 25 with the Aghanims and, you know, all those support items that he's gonna need this game.
Well,
otherwise they can't fight.
Is there any stopping this VP train now? They're sending 4 plunging down. Okay, well.
Maybe
there's no
game,
stopping them.
Maybe next game you can try, but this game, it's done.
Okay. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Game over, man. But VP will try to finish it out. Navi not going to give up just yet. Crystallize on the sidelines. They do go for the glimpse here, taking that Luna back. Trying to slow this push down. No one just charges in, unafraid. Has the BKB ready. Navi looking for the opening, but simultaneously so too RBP. They get the Burrow Strike off. The Eclipse comes through. The BKB's committed. Good stomp by the Elder Titan, but still the Death Prophet goes to the Glaive, just slaughtering these Rex, killing off the Elder Titan too. Death in a flurry of auto attacks, and now all the ults committed here. Should be an easy, clean team fight win for VP, and with that, the game is theirs.
Wow, look at that combo. Meteor Hammer on the Wyvern, Curse into Hammer. Wow.
That's pretty sick. Also, just getting to farm a Meteor Hammer on Wyvern is pretty sick.
Lineup limitations, I would say, at this point for Navi. I mean, they still exhibited very good usage of their power timings, even though they lost the lanes. I think that was the bigger problem for them this game, where they had I would consider two lanes, maybe even maybe not 3 lanes, 2 lanes lost. They won the Razor lane. Yeah.
Important win here for VP. They're now 3-2. Navi dropped to 2-3.
But Navi still looked really good though in this game, even though they had a very bad first 10 minutes of the game. After that, it was really good with they were really good with their vision control, like smoke usage, how they get Roshan, how they push towers together. And once Dandy had Deso, they pushed a tower once Dandy had a Deso. Then when he had a blink plus Deso, they make a smoke. They caught the Luna. They took the tier 1 and they got Roshan. Like things like this actually makes a huge difference in very important, very tight games. Just unfortunate this game they were having a really, really hard time at the start of the game. But those moves are what kept them in the game, you know.
Yeah, and it feels like a lesser team would have just been GG after that start.
Yeah,
there would be no coming back.
Navi showed that they are a team that can lose the start of the game, but they will still find a way to claw themselves back into the game and at least have a shot, you know, at coming back and have a chance of winning the game still.
Yeah, well, impressive stuff from VP, especially with the stand-in, well, in theory anyway, disadvantage, but Artstyle still doing very well there.
I would say the MEP, the tri-disable heroes, the Sand King, the Nyx, and the Wyvern. Those 3 heroes are what gave VP a very comfortable early game, mid game. They single-handedly won a few team fights for their team with their stuns. Just stun lock, and the Luna and DP just killed everyone.
Yeah, really forced the item selections even from Navi, having to go for the early BKBs, and the Omni Knight frequently would die without getting his spells off or having to use them at suboptimal times because of all that disable.
I think sometimes it was not because of the enemy, it was because of his poor positioning as well. He didn't position himself well enough.
Oh, a lot of pressure in that game. Had to play close to perfect. Navi did, and especially the Omni to come back. Didn't happen, guys, so that wraps it up here. VP versus Navi in the books. We do have believe LGD versus Vici Gaming Storm with Cyclops casting over on Beyond the Summit 2. Coming up next on this stream will be eHome versus LFY versus TNC. So LFY versus TNC here, then eHome versus VP after that. So thanks for watching, guys. If you want a little SCA Dota, stick around. We'll be back with that match in a little bit.